One of the most beautiful drives in the world is the winding roads that lead down to the Amalfi Coast. With the jagged cliffs and the picturesque villas that are sprinkled on the side, really soaks in the sunset and offers some of the best seafood in the world. Now you don't have to travel those dangerous roads to enjoy the flavor, because today I'm going to bring you a taste of the Amalfi Coast with our Cuisine Mediterranean Crusted Salmon and a Tomato Pepper Risotto. It's going to take a little bit, so let's get started. Now first, I've preheated the oven to 375. It's going to take about 20 to 30 minutes for the salmon to cook. It's also going to take about that same time for our risotto. So you're going to want to take about 3 cups of low-fat chicken broth and put it in a pan and get it to simmer. You want it to be nice and hot when you start cooking the risotto. So let me turn on the flame here. I'm going to take a couple of tablespoons of butter. As this melts and gets nice and liquid, we're going to cook up our onion. Just add some chopped onion in there. So we really don't want to caramelize. Now I talk in other videos a lot about caramelizing onions to bring out flavor, but we really just want to sweat the onions. So what we're doing is we're going to cook them until they're transparent or opaque. All right, so now that our onions are sweating, we're going to throw in our risotto. We're going to toast the rice just a little bit, and that's going to add a depth of flavor to your risotto once it's done. Now that the rice is toasted up, let's start putting in our broth. Now we're just going to use a few spoonfuls at a time so that the rice absorbs it evenly. You always want to stir your risotto when you cook it, because as you stir the risotto, you're actually breaking up the grains of rice, which lets the starch come out, and that's what gives you your creaminess. So like I said, this is going to take about 20 minutes, so be patient, and just know that the end results are really worth it. Okay, our risotto is almost ready, so at this point we're going to add in most of the rest of our ingredients. Let's first add in some sun-dried tomatoes, some chopped asparagus that I blanched off ahead of time. Let's put in our yellow bell pepper, give that a stir as well. All right, now I'm going to cut off the flame because the rice has absorbed all of the moisture. I really don't want it to overcook. So this last part, we're going to add in a little bit of our Parmesan cheese, some fresh basil. Let's give that a stir. Oh yeah, it smells great. So last we're gonna take a lemon, and I've talked about a microplane many times, so you just have to run the lemon down the microplane, get a little of that zest going, and like I said before, you don't want to go down too deep, just the outside of the lemon. So we're gonna sprinkle this in, give that a stir, and then finish off with a little bit of fresh squeezed lemon juice. And that's gonna brighten up all the ingredients and pull the herb and the cheese together. Let's look in the oven and check on our Mediterranean crusted salmon to see if it's done. Yeah, it's ready to go. Now, we're just gonna move our salmon, give it a couple of quick cuts to plate it. So now that we're all ready, let's go to the plate. So you're gonna take about a cup portion of the risotto, a little bit of lemon, top it off with a nice plume of basil. So there you have it. With Cuisine, the Amalfi Coast is just a few ingredients away. No driver's license or rental car needed. Till next time, stay inspired.